Hey, Scales, is this thing on? Yeah? Okay. Hello, I'm Asher Flintheart, and if you're hearing this, that means you can listen to the World of Wildevere podcast. You can listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, and more. The show is me and my 5 friends, Scales and Plaque the Created, OJ the Koboloi, Rhodes the Stone Eidolon, and Ori the Moon Elf. We play a free indie TTRPG called Wildevere, run by the people who write the game and their friends. Watch us travel the magical city-states of our cozy, friendly, and wild world, learning new skills and enjoying a lot of new adventures in a Saturday morning kind of style. We release every other Wednesday on all major podcast platforms. You can also follow us on Twitter at Wildevere or on a Discord server you can find at worldofwildevere.card.co. Thank you so much for listening to our travels. Rose is gonna flake when he hears we have clout? Whatever he called it. Bye-bye! Skills, you can stop now. What do you mean OJ's gone? Oh no.
Network? Wait, I've only got 30 seconds to talk about all of our podcasts and streams? Wait, now I've only got 24 seconds? Well, we have actual play podcasts, actual play streams, tabletop discussion shows, nerdy crafting shows, drunk Dungeons & Dragons lore shows, serious shows, funny shows, Dungeons & Dragons shows, Monster of the Week shows, Shiver shows, space shows, cowboy shows, space cowboy shows. Oh wait, we actually don't have that. Only 5 seconds left? Well, head on over to majesticgoose.com or follow us at Goose Majestic to find out more.
Hi, I'm Cameron.
I'm Christian.
I'm Dylan.
And we're Table Talk. Join us as we bring together longtime dungeon masters and players,
YouTubers and podcasters, authors, and more.
Chat about everything Table Talk RPG related.
Everything from play styles, world building and lexicon,
Game reviews, interviews with professional content creators,
homebrewed monsters and spells, lore, and even special holiday-themed content.
Keep those dice rolling.
Hail Vecna!
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together.
Lasath, the Divine.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with my car.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, Spellslinger.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, Elderly Vampire.
They broke the mold when they made Philbert.
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nerd Asylum by Night, which is the Nerd Asylum's Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition charity stream benefiting Riley's Children's Hospital through Extra Life. We are taking donations at the link in the description of the video and in the chat. You can help or hinder the players with allies, enemies, hunger, extra dice, and all kinds of fun things. Where we last left our coterie. So here's the thing, guys. We had an issue with the Second Inquisition fucking with our tech stuff. So if you tune into our streams, you haven't missed anything. If you are watching this back on YouTube later, you have missed something because our last episode was lost to the Second Inquisition. But let me give you a quick recap of what happened. We found our coterie at Lucian's Antiquities and Oddities, as usual. They had a chat about how to proceed with this new ruler of Heligdom, in which they discussed how best to keep their plans secret, how to proceed in keeping their movements somewhat subtle. And Lindsay also discussed the idea that she is going to become a spy under Gigi in order to feed information to Morticia. After discussing this, the coterie realized that the taxidermy monkey is down in the basement as they were having this conversation, where it not normally is. Lindsay did a premonition, realized that this monkey has seen some shit, including, but not limited to, the murder of Stasia's father, Dean, the activities of the coterie in the shop since they first started gathering there, and something bloody and dark that happened involving the previous Seneschal, Samuel. Victor did a vibe check, as Garu do, and doesn't trust it, didn't pass the vibe check. So Carter decided to split ways. Victor's going to go check out what's going on with this monkey exactly. Meanwhile, Lindsay and Basil ended up going to speak with Basil's living relative, Zachary, his nephew, and telling him to leave town because there's going to be something bad that happens soon. And begrudgingly but trustingly, he left.
When you guys said like a tsunami was happening?
Like a tsunami or something, yeah. But Lindsay can see the future, so he trusts it. I mean, that was a pretty convincing seance he went to before, so you know. Afterwards, they paid a visit to Mama Morticia to let her know the plan. And for a moment, Morticia actually seemed concerned for Basil and Lindsay's safety. But as soon as they gave her shit about it, she kicked them out. So everything's pretty normal there. That night, Victor, instead of being able to leave with Lucian, Lucian was actually called away by the Cappadocian, who said that they had prepared some stuff and some rituals to teach Lucian, since they are working with Lucian and learning Oblivion and the Hekata discipline of necromancy. So you are left to your own devices in exploring what's going on with this weird-ass taxidermy monkey that just seems to pop around the shop and no one seems to give a second thought to it.
Yeah, just Victor, on his way, he would first enter the car with the monkey and toss it to the co-driver, co-pilot. But that's
the passenger seat?
The passenger seat.
Okay.
And then wait a moment. Get up, go to the trunk, find some. I think he would have in his trunk some chains, and come back.
Tire chains.
And chain the monkey.
Okay.
Around the passenger seat. He was thinking of throwing it to the trunk, but then he was like, what if I lose sight of it and it does like the thing again? So it's like, better just keep it here that I can more or less see it.
I thought you were going to buckle it in, but this is so much better.
Yeah, he's kind of like buckling it, but with the chain. So.
All right.
And then yeah, he would make his way toward where the sept is, toward the cairn grounds.
Mm-hmm. Are you doing this that night, or are you waiting until the next day to do so?
What kind of moon is tonight?
It is a full moon.
Tonight.
So you know that the sept is going to be, well, the sept is going to be active, but the cairn itself is also going to be very active, since this is the night that quite a few Garu choose to spar, to hunt, to do challenges with each other. So you know that it's going to be a busy night.
Yeah, the rage tonight, it's somewhat higher for many.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making my way there. In a point, like move to the side and send a quick text message or like voicemail or anything. Toward would I know if one of my pack members is in the sept, or if, because I think that possibly the more spiritual leaders of the pack maybe don't carry often a cell phone, so it's unreliable at times. So I'm like, I'm just sending a message to someone that I know. That
especially up on the mountain, the service can get spotty.
The service can get spotty. Some people are like, we're stuff here, no, not allowed. And so it's like, just sending a message to anybody that might be of my own group that might be there. Actually, I'm sure probably there's a group chat. So I'm just asking, hey, is anybody there? I'm going with something iffy to study, and
there we go.
May need some help walking sideways tonight.
Okay. Yeah, you would definitely have a group chat. That's what I was going to say before my mute button decided that it didn't want to let me talk. So you put into the group chat, hey, who's going to be at the cairn tonight? Your Silverfang packmate says she is, as well as your Uktena packmate.
Just making my way there.
All right. So you peel out in your sports car, back up the winding long drive towards Pine Mountain Park, which at this time of night is very much closed. But as you pull up to the entry gates that would lead to what's sort of the more touristy area of the park, with the campgrounds, the areas of the lake that you can swim in, the places that you can rent out for parties and that sort of thing. You see there is someone who is in the guard station right there at the gate who pokes his head up into the window when he sees you.
I will roll down the window, and I'm also at this moment dropping my scent of running water, so I have again a scent of myself. Just pick a bit out of the window.
And you recognize him. You've seen him around. He nods, recognizes you, and hits the button, and the door goes up, or the gates go up.
Go through at least your pace. I'm not trying to be loud or running this machine at its full. it's just kind of trying to be as calm as I can, collected.
Take the opportunity to go do a few donuts in the parking lot.
No, he would not be doing that at the moment.
So calmly, leisurely driving through the roads towards the back of the actual park itself, towards more of the places where the hiking trails go off and where the ranger trails, more importantly, go off into the woods. Long past where you would see any sort of picnic tables or signage, to what looks like an access road. That's basically a dirt road with a chain link fence and a gate that goes across it. And there is a sign that says authorized personnel only.
Place I can leave the car nearby. I assume there's like nearby here, or do I need to get out?
You
chain and...
know that there's like a smallish parking lot nearby.
Yeah, go drop the car there. Take the monkey with me.
You go park your car, get the monkey up under your arm, and go walking back up there.
Leave the glasses behind though.
Not wearing your sunglasses at night?
You know, I think this is like, as player knowledge, I think that's a bit of that facade that he tries to keep for humans and people around, but this is more of I'm going to something that I know goes through my true essence, even if I try to lie to the spirits. So maybe I should try to be as close to that. If I'm going to try to make a lie, at least not have as many masks on top of me.
It's kind of that feeling of like going to like a family gathering where they know better.
Yeah, it's that sensation. I think he still wears various masks, but at least for particular people, he's like, I will drop some of that guard down.
So you walk back up to the authorized personnel only gate. There is a padlock on it. To the side of the padlock, it's got a special little mechanism that is particularly claw-shaped.
And move my hand to it, and I get my digits into it, like kind of like pressing like that, and just try to move it until it clicks. A bit of that particular pressure, and then get that mechanism to open for me.
Yep. Something you've done multiple times before. Something that all of the Garu and your Sept are shown how to do once they get a handle on the finer parts of shifting between forms. You undo the lock, unwrap it, slide through the gate, and then wrap it back up. What? What?
Imagine that. Yeah, they can shift like small parts, but imagine the first time one of them is like learning and just like shifts entirely. It's like, oh shit.
or they mess up entirely and they can't shift, And they like end up calling somebody like, I can't get in, guys. I lost my key.
There's just one dog, like one wolf at the other side. That's like,
yeah. One of the lupus form Garu just. It's a rite of passage at this point. You have to get locked out of the gate at least once. So, onto the dirt road. It's wide enough for cars to be traveled on, and you know that occasionally they will drive usually all-terrain vehicles up and down this way, but there's also very clear footpath next to it that travels deeper into the mountain, around corners, through the trees, past rock formations, and through rock formations, until you reach sort of almost a valley between two peaks that is all but hidden from the rest of the park, from the rest of the city far down below. In fact, in some places as you walk, you can actually see the lights glittering and the coastline just beyond it. It's not something you normally see at night, but it's surprisingly beautiful, like a little gem. But as you get closer, you know that you're getting closer because you can hear the rustling in the woods. You can hear different little chuffs and woofs, scratches, the movement of huge creatures, movement of smaller creatures, and eventually human voices as well. And you make it through sort of a nondescript entrance to the center area of the cairn of Helignum, where Garu in various forms are moving back and forth. Some are clearly gathering to go probably hunt, probably go check on something, just various groups that have gathered to do things and are clearly enjoying themselves on the Gaia given full moon night.
It's gonna move around. You know, if during the walk tour, like a bit where I would know where I can find my pack mates that are here. If I see anybody that I recognize, you know, just a nod of like recognition and salutation. Salutations. No, I feel like it's one of those like extended family sort of things where you know you've seen the vast majority of everyone here. You recognize at least the sense, if not the faces and the various forms. There's no one here that immediately strikes you as unfamiliar. Yeah, there's that closeness, and especially between people of the same tribe. There's like both of the physicality that you can recognize a Silverfan from a Uktena from a Shadow Lord. So there's that quick identification. For some, it's like more respectful, not if they're older, things like that.
Mm-hmm. I just had the thought that I feel like your Uktena packmate, Pa. I feel like they can text, but they only use emojis.
Yes, it's like the concept of words still sometimes eludes her. So she uses a lot of the idea of like, this is an image, this represents this. Yeah. So instead of saying it's gonna rain, it's just like the thunderstorm cloudy, and it's like emojis like,
okay, I know what that means.
Yeah.
She knows some words like yes and no.
Yeah, she can have good conversation, but it's also like just prefers to show rather than tell.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that your pack has a certain spot you like to meet at?
For in the cairn, I think yes, there would be like a somewhat of a spot they prefer to go and hang. Um, it's not toward the edges. It would be like if you have to divide like in sections, like the core of it, where it would be part of the small lake that we have, and would be part of it, and then you have the mid rim kind of thing. It would be like on the edge of that rim, toward the edge, the outer edges of the core of the cairn. Like in between some buildings and
sort of still in the hustle and bustle of things, but closer to the water.
Yeah, somewhere that if something is happening, we can see. If something is being said, we can hear. But if we want to lay low, people won't be looking much in that direction.
And I feel like it's probably kind of close to like the garages and stuff so your Bonara friend can go work on projects and such.
Yeah, we have that place in our own like place back in the city, but it's, if we want, it's like that's where everybody can spread out to their respective particular places and still be somewhat close.
So you do pass through the center sort of area and pass by different buildings that have been set up as homes or at least shelters for kinfolk that have decided to stay in the cairn or who may need to stay in the cairn. And you know that it's a lot busier and fuller lately since most of the kinfolk have been evacuated from the city as well. A lot of them have come to stay here instead of staying in the city, or those who have been able to leave the city altogether and go other places have done so, but not everyone can. So it's even still a little bit more crowded than usual on a full moon night, with more homid form pack mates, sept mates, who are wandering around, maybe watching some of the festivities. You pass by the garages where you know that your Bonar friend normally hangs out, but you don't see him tonight. And then you find the spot just on the edge of the water where you see Pa, who is sitting there seemingly chewing on something. You can only assume it's some sort of small game. And she sort of perks up in her lupus form when she sees you, trots over, giving you the I forgot what the word is, or it's gone. Body language. Giving you welcoming body language.
Yeah, oddly, for like a human, what's when there's a human try to do like a growl sound, there's still like it's still a person, unless it's someone very well trained in like voice acting, things like that. Victor does a very, like, it would be like, oh, he's just having a recorder or something with the play button of like an actual recording of a wolf sound, of like that, like that kind of like, it's not a growl, it's more like when they're like meeting each other, there's like that kind of like sound.
It's sort of like happy whine.
Yeah. He does that, and it comes out of him like as if he was in wolf at the moment, and like recognizing her, he gets. I don't think he needs to kneel that much because wolf size, they're big.
They are very large. She is a very large wolf.
Yeah, and he receives her and gives her some scratches and like rubs a bit his face on the side of hers.
And she says hello and trots back over, sits with, you see now it's some sort of bird that she has caught and is probably just cleaning her teeth on, but gives you a very clearly questioning glance.
So I go and sit like in front of her. So two things that I wanted to consult with you and whoever wanted to help me with this. First, I'm trying to see if I can walk sideways, see if back in across I can find more information about what we can do about this whole mess. If there's an ancestor that I may have a strong connection that may have some information of what we can do about this whole mess of the kindred that just came up and is trying to make herself being the ruler. I wanted to know if you could help me with that. And there's another thing which probably you already smell it.
Mm-hmm. About that time, she looks at it, sniffs it, gives it a good sniff down, kind of pulls back, looks at you and looks at it and looks at you, looks at it.
Listen, this probably could be nothing, but at least probably not the best thing to say, considering everything, but...
She just...
This is going to be the monkey now. So, this monkey was in the... I still don't know what that kind of store is. I know it's not a pawn shop, but the house of one of the kindred that we've been meeting, like the gathering place. And the monkey, I would say, it's just another monkey like that, but it's been appearing around the places where nobody has left it. Thought maybe it's one of them doing a bad joke on them, but then like it appeared in a place that it was locked. And anybody that was going to go in there could see it, so... And it has the essence of the worm in it. You could say it's tainted because it was near them, yes, but apparently it also has some like memory traces, and I don't know, just got a hunch feeling about this. I smell I thought you didn't have enough, but then I shake it and I feel drops of water. No. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, water just came out of the monkey. Whoops.
Apparently, it's also wet.
That's weird. Victor accidentally does this and it slips out of your hand into the water.
Oh no, that would be terrible. Everybody would be watching like.
Oh, don't drink the water.
Yes, and I don't know. Maybe I could take it along with me sideways to see what it's there, if there's a spirit attached to it, if there's something else. Okay, look, I'm actually just fucking lost. And I don't know. I'm trying to find ways to solve this, help out.
About that time, you hear a familiar voice is the voice of your Silverfang companion, Julie, who walks up and says, "What the hell is that thing?"
Monkey.
Is it? That is the ugliest monkey I've ever fucking seen.
It is, isn't it? Well, long story short, I already told Paul here. Weird little shit that just keeps appearing everywhere. Has a lot of smell of the worm in it. Weird sense of it. And apparently has some memories attached into it. Like it's seen stuff, with those eyes. Who wouldn't see shit with this? But
it's looking into my soul and I hate it. Did you bring it here so we can destroy it?
No. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Here's the thing. I want to know if this.
We're just looking at you.
He's shaking also the monkey around. Like he's okay. He's doing it. He's doing all of this.
Look, this thing.
He's been very intentional of making it moving around, mainly because like this thing is creeping me out, and I want to make it as comedic as possible. So it's not.
You're trying to make yourself feel better about holding this haunted ass thing.
Yeah, I already had to walk through the forest with it in my arms alone. So. So maybe it's just destroyed. Maybe see if there's a spirit attached to it, if there's another thing attached to it, and if it has something that could maybe be useful for us on the dealings of the mess out there.
Did I hear you say something like you wanted to step sideways with it?
Yes. Yeah. I would. I.
That thing's gonna curse us. Curse you. It's gonna curse you.
happen anything bad, right? Like, if it's a spirit, then I can like.
What if it's some leech mumbo jumbo?
Okay, let's I think it has definitely some of it, but at least we'll figure out a bit more about it and see if it helps. Because the kindred that I've been with this whole time, they say it was in the house way before them, and if it has some of their magic, then I think I don't know. I don't think it will be that effective. I don't think I put in danger anybody with this. It's just there's something attaching to it. I want to figure out what. If the kindred couldn't figure out, maybe we can.
You're calling them kindred now?
It's what we are, bitch.
Are you making friends with the leeches?
Listen, Julie.
Victor.
Victor looks like if there's any other Garou near them.
Paw is sitting at your feet, just tail wagging.
I know we Garou and them kindred. We don't have the best story, the best history, the best relationships. I know that even if someone of our group would hear me saying this, would be very pissed. But some of them, they're just people that got caught in this shit and never asked for it. And in a way, we are kind of similar. I know there's a code about us. I know we are chosen, but also...
But some of us don't ask for it.
No, some of us didn't. And there's some fucked up people among them. There's really some fucked up ones. But let's be honest. How many of our tribes are blood clean in their hands?
If I didn't know any better, you're gonna turn into an ambassador between the two of us.
No.
You're talking like you're trying to humanize them.
No, it's not I can't humanize them. Because they're not human. There's something else. Just like we are not humans.
They're worm.
Maybe. But they still choose not to be. Fully that. There's one over there right now fucking everything that probably is very, very willing to do that, even if he doesn't know, but the rest of them, they just really wanted to just walk around like things are not as bad as it appears. So yeah, it's weird. Believe me, it's weird. It's just that's not the point why I came here, Julie. I came here to be more to bring salvation to our people
with an ugly ass monkey.
Listen, I am really trying to put things together. I'm good at talking, I'm good at bullshitting, I'm good at lying, I'm somewhat good at fighting. I'm not good at figuring out how to find the weakness of a hundreds and hundreds of years old vampire just woke up out in the middle of the night.
So let's step sideways with this thing and see what the hell is going on with it.
Thank you. I knew I could come out with you.
You're just so much fun to watch squirm. Because you're usually so just like, oh, I have control of the conversation, but it's so funny.
I've been walking with this fucking monkey for the last 10 minutes. Okay? Look at his size. Whenever I'm talking with this kindred in the shop, sometimes I look around and I see it staring at me.
Oh, you were definitely cursed. You were definitely cursed.
Probably.
Okay. So, would you say that you're better at... Okay. Who of your pack, let me ask you, would you say is best at doing this sort of thing?
I think... Out of the present, actually, out of all of them, 4 or 5 that we are, I think Paul would be the one that is the most accustomed to that. She's the more spiritual out of everybody.
Sorry, I just had a thought because it's you can step sideways individually, but you can also like hold hands and do it as a group. I just had the thought of the two of you standing there and like paw not changing forms or anything, but fully lupus form, just up on the back legs with the paws in the hand.
Oh.
And just taking a dog for a walk.
I think in such case, if Paul is not changing, I think Victor would take his moment to ship into a form along with her to follow her more on that form.
You could also just like put a hand on her shoulder.
I think I will do that because I'm good at speaking and I can't speak as a wolf.
Well, it's also it's trickier to carry the monkey when you're in a 4-legged form.
I would say I would grab it with my mouth, but I am unsure if Victor wants to put that in the mouth. No.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that.
No. I think it's among the curses and the memories and the bad juju, probably there's a lot of like dust.
Tastes good either. It probably tastes dusty.
Oh yeah. No.
Anyway. All right, so you and Julie put your hands on the back of Paw. And looking into the reflective surface of the lakeshore near you, the three of you step forward, and I'm gonna need you to roll Gnosis. I did my research.
It will be
difficulty 6 and above.
Look at that. I got 2 successes.
Nice. So Julie has a little bit of trouble. This isn't her strong suit either. But
I imagine it's kind of like the inverse of Victor. Like Victor is the bullshitter. She's like the leader. She's very strong.
She's the straightforward puncher.
Yeah.
Yep.
With touches of leadership there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could be straightforward and punchy and still lead.
Yeah.
So the three of you, she gets some help from Paul, who ends up sort of like guiding her as the three of you do this. There's a little bit of resistance from her end as she kind of struggles with it. But essentially what happens is the three of you step forward into the water, but you don't step into the water. It's that weird sort of gravity reverse as you step and then go forward and then come back up in a mirror world almost. And to you, this is familiar. The cairn is where you learned to step sideways. So its spiritual appearance is very familiar to you. It's vibrant. It's filled with the Garu spiritual energy. Wow. With just a little pieces of the Weaver here and there where the Sept has built different structures, but nothing that clashes with the natural wild. You can see the various places that are more spiritual than others. Some of the altars and places of challenges and places of where rituals take place and things like that are more vibrant and more spiritually significant than the rest. As you step into this nighttime place of beautiful colors, bizarre exotic plants that are almost like alien versions of what you just saw, and weird creatures, almost shadow-like, but not in a threatening way, in a sort of spiritual mirror-like way, these creatures of the Umbra. And at first, this is normal. This is what you expected to see when you stepped through the gauntlet into the Umbra. And then you look down at the monkey. The monkey has a very, very specific signature to it. It's got sort of a gossamer web of darkness around it. Something that you've recognized as being worm-like. The monkey itself doesn't feel like a threat, but as you're looking at it and sort of getting an idea of it, and you see, Julie and Pa both also turn to look and see what this weird fucking thing you've brought in looks like in the Umbra. You see that this gossamer sort of web of darkness is on a string. And this string goes back the way that you came into the cairn.
We have some ways to go.
And Pa just sort of like and starts trotting after the little gossamer strand of darkness.
As Pa gets a bit ahead, Victor will look at Julie. You may be joking about it, but yeah, like I do see them a bit more like people. You're still my family, though.
Well, of course. I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think we should take them lightly, but I don't think it's a bad thing to be able to see both sides of things.
Thank you.
Just kind of fist bumps you.
Just go forward, following this trail.
Mm-hmm. You follow this trail back through the cairn as it winds almost the exact path that you took as you walked in. You see that it's kind of leaving a trail behind you as you go, doubling back on itself as you follow your way back out. You end up exiting the spiritual center that is the cairn itself into the wild, the forest. An alien place to anyone who's never been to the Umbra. It's almost like the Feywild in D&D terms compared to the material realm. But to the three of you, it's something that you've learned to recognize. So you follow this trail, this spider web almost, back the way that you came, doubling it back on itself, down the path. And ahead of you, you hear Pa sort of make another little woof noise, like a sound that you recognize as "come look at this." And she is kind of stopped up on a rock formation where you know that it's one that you passed on your way up. And it's one that has an excellent view of the city and the coastline, because it's just on the edge of the mountain there. That's where the trees clear off. There's sort of a drop off in front of it. It's a beautiful view at any time of the day. And always a strange one when you're looking through in the Umbra. And now that you're looking at it in the Umbra with this gossamer thread, you recognize that this trail leads all the way back down to the city. And you recognize that trail leads into the city itself, where you see the expected forms of the Weaver, some of the worm, because of course the place is inhabited by other creatures than Garu and humans. But spreading across it, anchored where you think that the Magnolia Country Club is this vast gossamer spider web of darkness that has spread across the city.
The trail that this monkey's leaving seems to go over there or into the city.
It seems to lead back to the city.
But then there's the extra essence coming out and spreading.
It's almost like the epicenter of this spider web is in the city at the Magnolia Country Club. You would also notice, as you're sort of looking over the rest of Pine Mountain and the space between Pine Mountain and the city, you notice that there's a bit of the spider web that seems to go up and connect to somewhere just on the other side of the mountain. And thinking about it for a moment, you realize that's where the cave is.
Julie, did any other Garu went back into the area where the monster came out? And did any of them check the cave inside?
I know that they had someone collect the fallen. And I think someone went down and just did a cursory safety check to make sure none of us had fallen in. But I don't know if anyone went all the way down in. If they did, then they didn't tell me. I think I heard someone say that the leeches that live up here have been sort of around there. You know, the ones that they call the...
I think I know which one you're talking. I cannot remember the names.
Gangrel. Yeah, the ones who think that they're like us, but they fucking aren't.
No, they aren't. Also, kindred.
Okay, you can call them the thing that they want you to call them, but it's a little harder.
Believe me, it was also hard for me, but, you know.
Maybe one day.
Let's keep following the monkey's trail. I hate this thing.
And she kind of shakes her head, and you see the kind of like a paw sort of shakes herself off to, like, you know, get off some of the energy, and then continues trotting down. You see where the it looks like the trail that you're following is essentially the trail that you walked up, you drove up. You're just retracing your steps back towards the city.
Okay. Can I not taste, that's not the word.
Vibe check? Smell? Touch?
Touch.
Touch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Words. Can I touch the gossamer that is around the monkey, trying to grasp it, or
it's almost like reaching through smoke. It reacts to your touch, but it doesn't stick to you, and it's not something that you can physically pull or move or manipulate.
Me and my indecisiveness. Let's go into the cave. actually. Now that we can see the soil, maybe there's something there.
That's kind of a ways away, but I mean, okay.
Yes.
Paw, can you get us there faster? And you're just a...
Well, there's one way to go faster. Start getting ready to transform.
Transform, okay.
Yeah, gonna take my time. I'm not gonna spend a rage if it takes me just a couple of extra moments.
Yeah. It's not a dire situation, so you can just like take the time to do it.
Yeah.
And Julie gets the memo and also does so.
Going into a lupus form so we can move like fast as a pack and hit toward them.
A brown wolf, a black wolf, and a silver wolf go running towards through the Umbra. And you'd also know that the Umbra is weird in that sometimes you feel like you're walking for hours and you don't go as far as you think. And sometimes you're walking for what feels like minutes and you're suddenly miles away. And you have to sort of trust the ability to manipulate the Umbra and control where you are spiritually in order to control how far you travel. And Paw is much more experienced in that than you and Julie. So with her leading the way, you crest over the mountains, pass through the weird alien spiritual forest until you approach where you know the cave to be. And as you do so, the darkness is gathering. You're seeing more signs of the worm, more weirdness. Not weirdness, because it's not the weird, it's the worm. all these words sound the same. The darkness is gathering as you reach the mouth of the cave, and you see lines of smoke and tendrils that all lead down into it.
Going to put the monkey down.
Mm-hmm.
Had to bite at it to carry it with us.
You just
Yep.
Gag for a second.
How did it taste like?
It tasted stale, dusty. You know that weird? There's like a slight weird chemical taste to it.
I'm gonna put it down and then still myself and walking in there cautiously. See what I can glean in there.
You walk in. Julie follows you. Paw sort of like it's back and forth and shuffles, and then hesitantly follows the two of you. She doesn't want to do it. As you make your way deeper, it's similar to when you went in on the Gaia side, but it's not exactly the same. And actually, as you get deeper in, the distortions are more apparent. You're approaching more worm than you are weaver. Or weird, wild. That's the word I'm looking for. It wasn't weird. It's wild. Wow. You're approaching more fucking shit. They all sound the same. Worm than wild. Oh my god.
Yeah, happens.
The darkness is getting thicker, like smoke around you. As you approach the depth where you remember the dais to be, where Gigi had slept. The change in the actual physical form itself of the rocks and everything allow you to be able to hop down and climb back up in a way that you wouldn't have been able to in the Gaia realm in a lupus form. But the three of you are able to sort of hop around, manipulate the spirituality around you to be able to actually make your way into the depths. And when you reach the dais, it seems to be a focal point. It's not as strong or as powerful as what you saw coming out of the spot in the city. What came out of the city almost seems like, compared to this, felt almost like a storm that was coming out and spreading out into the form of a spider web. Here, it's like an origin point, but the source of it is no longer there. There's still a lot of concentrated energy flowing in and out, but it's not as strong as where you know Gigi currently stands in the city.
Towards the center where I remember seeing her sleeping in that stupor state. I'm gonna place up. I'm gonna close my eyes, think about the ancestors, what they did, like the stories that I have heard about this situation, what happened here. Put my paw into it.
Are you trying to contact your ancestors?
At this point, yeah, we're.
Okay. Give me an ancestor roll.
1.
1.
Hey, high success.
Yay!
1 success.
1. That's a 100% success rate there. What does it look like when Victor's ancestor appears?
Wait. I think that in the, I was gonna say material plane, in the Gaia side, there's no much like if there's a storm presence, it might be some like gust coming around, but here there's like a shade forming, like a smoke formation, but among this how to put it, this weird mix between a wolf shade-like form and a kind of more of the Krynos form that shifts size and form. There's a bit of a, like, it would look at times a bit of stormy, then going back into that smoky shade, but it doesn't look threatening compared to the worm.
Sort of like it's made out of like shifting clouds and smoke.
Yeah.
The ancestor approaches from around the dais. It does not approach on top of. It does not appear through the worm storm that you have found here. It steps around in a facsimile of a lupus form. It nods and it sits in front of you. And behind you, you can sense Julie and Paul make submissive movements and also sit. Sort of a submissive greeting gesture.
Repeat that gesture to it, and I think also at this point he would. I don't know if I guess it would be possible being in the Umbra as things can speak and have that part.
You would know as you sit and sort of like formulate in your mind what you want to ask. You actually feel more so than hear the ancestors speak with you, and almost like a ringing of chorus of voices. Like it's not just the one voice; it is a myriad of ancestors speaking with you all at once in unison. So you wish to know of the past, young one?
I do. The past has awoken and is threatening everything.
This has happened before. History has a tendency to repeat itself. As a side note, before I tell the story, I want you to know I came up with the plot for this game before I did my research. And then the research is the same as the plot. In ancient times, before much of our order is the way it is now, when dark forces roamed Gaia unchecked, our ancestors, the ancestors of your ancestors, imprisoned a demonic entity within Gaia's earth, in a place now known as Transylvania, the mountains of Carpathia. The entity called itself Kupala. It controlled elements of Gaia. It had the power to influence earth, wind, air, fire, and even the spirit of mortals. When humanity was in its infancy and the leeches were beginning to spread, one such that called itself the Eldest, the origin of this clan that calls itself Tzimisce, sought to free Kupala, and it succeeded. But Kupala was still bound to the land, though now free to exert its force upon the mortals, the leeches, and the Garu, and the other creatures of Gaia in the area. And thanks, Kupala granted the Eldest and its clan with the powers of Koldun, a sorcery that also harnessed the powers of the elements of Gaia. The descendants of this Eldest have the ability to control these things, which makes them more than just the shapeshifters that they are known to be. But it is also said that the Eldest and the Tzimisce inherited a bane that is similar to Kupala's curse, being grounded, being bound to something. If a Tzimisce is separated from what they are bound to, they lose some of their power. You see the smoky head of the wolf in front of you look up at the web, follows it, and looks at the dais.
We destroy this.
That I do not know. It may be protected, or it may just be Earth. Ancient Earth, but Earth nonetheless. But do not be fooled, because a creature of the worm, this old and this wise, will not leave it unattended, and will not have only one.
We have to hunt for it.
nods.
You're giving me more answers than many of the others that we search for. Thank you, and I hope to honor your memory and your actions in the present.
The creatures who call themselves immortal forget very quickly. Do our tribe and our people proud. And it stands up and nods to you.
Back.
And with a rumble of thunder, it sort of dissipates.
I move my paw away from this cluster of worm energy that was a dyad. Shake it.
We had the same thought.
Just look at my friends and nod to get out of here. Quick and paste.
Mm-hmm. Almost immediately, paw is gone.
Yep. I'm gonna quickly start making our way out, and once we're out,
do you bring the monkey?
There.
Hmm?
I'm gonna start making our way, and at some point, out of pure experiment, in the way we're moving, I assume we would at some point catch like a landmark or something of where we're going through back.
Oh, like a place you could find when you're in the material realm.
In the material, back in Gaia, or even here in the Umbra. The Umbra does shift, if I recall correctly.
It does, but there are certain landmarks. You think that if you that place where you had looked over the city, the rock formation that Paw had been standing on, you think that if you left it there, that's usually a place that you've seen in and out of the Umbra.
Yep, I'll go on. I'll leave it there and just stare at it one last time. And then in my lupus form, I still think there's a way to communicate a bit more complex things than just
celestial.
What normal we will be able back in the normal world, and just say, I'll be seeing your own spirit if you're one.
And you leave it?
I'll leave it right there.
All right. You and your pack mates return to the cairn, step back through the gauntlet into the material realm, back into the normalcy of the activity inside the cairn. The beautiful full moon night, just screaming with cicadas around you. Echoing off the water. It sounds awful, but if you live in the south, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I can imagine some of that idea, like a lot of like grasshoppers for me.
It's like the grasshopper kind of noise. I'll send you a YouTube video so you know exactly.
Like a weird white noise.
Yeah, it's like kind of noise. After you say goodbye to your pack mates and decide to head back to the city, however long you take, on your way back down, when you stop by that formation, there is no monkey. From what you can tell, it's still in the Umbra.
I'll go to the place I left it, kneel down and place my hand right there. focus on it, try to gleam a bit into the umbra, trying to look like peek. I think there's an actual peek through kind of thing, but
Yeah, roll a gnosis. Let's see if you can peek.
Three successes.
3. You get the sense, like, just kind of, because you're not great at this either, but kind of like doing what you can to get a sense through the umbra. It's there in the umbra, but when you pull back into the material plane, nothing. It's like leaving a mundane item in the umbra. In fact, when you peek through, you start to see sort of like little plants, for lack of a better term, starting to sort of form around it. Like the wild is accepting it, and the worm is sort of turning them to dark little tendrils.
Little monk, sitting up and turn around and make my way.
All right.
Now, having taken some clothes from back there,
you resupply your clothes for your car. It's not a bad idea.
There's probably got some clothes back at the Sept too. It's just like, you know, like
I feel like they have a store of clothes.
Yeah, like nondescript white shirt, nondescript jeans and barefoot, because I'm sure many of them are like come on,
It's the oops, I turned into a Krynos on accident for clothes.
While still having clothes. I think many would be like, if I'm gonna turn Krynos over here, I'm just gonna put them around if they're not like the special ones.
Yeah, so you grab some more clothes. And so you head back down the mountain, leaving the monkey and the umbra. All the way up the mountain.
At the end of the campaign, I need to return to see if still there. What happened to the monkey?
He's just like, where's my monkey? You did what with it?
This is going to be a thing like after the story ends, we have to go back and see what happened to it.
Post credit scene, the monkey is still in the umbra.
It's like one of those like scenes after like the battle and everything. It's like the sunset and just a monkey in the
still there.
farewell,
Yeah.
just covered with a bit of leaves.
Meanwhile, back in the city. Hello. Oh no, we still can't.
Well,
I'm alive.
one kindred less to account for.
The sun took Basil today.
Got dark outside. I didn't notice.
What are Lindsay and Basil up to?
Do you want
to talk? You've talked to Zachary. You've talked to Tish.
This is a new night, though, right?
Yes.
Do you want us to roll that hunger die?
Sure.
Oh well, why are
Did you hunt
students?
last time? Or did you hunt in the previous night at all, or get any sort of drink?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we would. We would have toasted to getting his family out of like the
Hooray, tsunami!
Clink!
Toast for our lies. A toast for the lies that we say to our family.
I'm not hungrier for once. That's
Okay, base was at 1.
Me
Kenzie?
either. 1.
Enzie's at 1.
Yep.
All right. Like the kid reminding the teacher of the homework.
It's important. You didn't get hungrier, so don't blame me. Jesus. She would have remembered eventually.
So, what's going on this night?
We're going on a date.
Oh, fuck, are we?
Yeah.
Surprise date.
Surprise date.
I just
inform about this.
I just imagined that Basil was like, Lindsay, wear something nice, and she's like,
bitch, I always wear something nice.
That's true. Yeah, she always looks fabulous.
But
yeah, he's not going to tell her where they're going, but when they get in the car, they're going to go to a mini golf course.
Oh, Basil, what are we doing? She's coming down the stairs, like adjusting her collar. Don't worry about it.
We're sneaking in this place.
You know what? Yeah, lead the way. What are we, sneaking in where?
When they get to the mini golf course, he just puts his arms out like, here we are.
You guys have arrived at like a mini golf course, like on the boardwalk.
You do know that they make mini golf courses that you could do at night, right?
Yeah, but it's not as fun as like, you know.
Is it breaking and entering? Got it.
Come on, Lindsay, just get in there.
All right.
Am I gonna have to roll? Am I gonna have to ask you guys to roll for stealth to get into this place?
Apparently.
Wow.
I don't have very good stealth, Basil.
Dex and stealth.
I don't think I do either.
Can I?
Oh my god.
Can I rouse the blood to give
if
me?
If that's what you want to rouse the blood for.
I mean, it'll last for the scene. Is it stealth to mini golf?
I mean, technically you're rolling dex, and if you're I could say you could roll dex for hitting golf balls.
Okay. I do not get hungrier. So, okay, still not a good roll.
Victor goes into a spiritual trip. This guy's going to a mini golf trip.
Get rested.
Yeah. Victor's having a whole religious experience over here, and the other two.
We're not religious. Everybody knows that. I'm gonna use some willpower.
What did you roll?
Oh, a bestial failure. So let me roll. I'm gonna use a willpower.
Lindsay is unsatisfied with your choice of date.
She would not be. She would love this. Okay. I had not bestial failed, so 2.
Okay, 2.
Oh, I also got 2.
Hell yeah!
It's not, like, for lack of a better term, it's not Gideon level stealth. Not to bring up old wounds, but like, you managed to jump the fence. You don't set off any alarms. It's not one of the main ones on the boardwalk, because those are lit up and they are nighttime courses. This is like one of the smaller ones that's like a little more into the city, but it's close enough that you can see the sea. You can see the coastline from there if you squint. So you guys hop the fence, don't set off any alarms.
Glad I wore pants tonight.
You figured it out.
You would have been jumping first.
I would have caught you. Probably.
Probably.
I would have tried.
I'm gonna look around for putt-putts and balls.
Oh yeah, I mean you find the little spot on the side of the building there. It's like a little overhang where they have the little pencils and the paper and the balls and the putters ready for the next day. Various colors. You could even get one of the special ones. I mean, there's no one here to make you pay for it.
Oh, 100% get the special ones. I want the glow-in-the-dark one.
You get the glow-in-the-dark one, but they haven't been exposed to light in like 6 hours, so...
Fine.
My cell phone.
Hold it under your cell phone light.
Yep.
fine. I get like a bright pink one. It's not a special one now.
And make sure when you get to the last hole of this one, you keep your ball. Don't knock it into the thing, because then you can go around and do the second one. I've come here before.
Okay.
Like if you knock it into the last one, it takes it back to the ball return. But if you keep it and then just go to course number 2, you don't have to pay for the second one. I mean, we're not paying for either one.
But we don't have to walk all the way back to the beginning, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Can y'all make some dex rolls for me?
Hell yeah, we can.
Let's make this just double your dex pool.
Wow, okay. Is that including?
Yeah, you rouse the blood, so.
Okay. Oh, wow, this is a decent roll now!
Rouse the blood to win at mini golf.
Two.
Well, I do not know if that's a thing that I may have. If they have, like, there's no projectiles, so no. Melee.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's not a dex and mini golf skill, so.
Nope.
So, my first one was a 5.
Okay.
I got a success.
4.
Okay, let's do 3 rounds and out for this.
Okay.
3 rounds and out for mini golf. So Lindsay's winning it first, just barely.
Okay.
Five.
Also 5.
Ooh, Basil catches up.
Oh no. Well, I got 4. How much did you beat me by?
4, 5, 6.
Damn.
That one was a crit.
Was
But not.
it a message?
No, that was a skull.
Ah. All right. That is course 1 for Lindsay.
Yes. I thought you said you mini golfed all the time, Basil.
I didn't say all the time. I said I've been here before. You're gonna be so good. Maybe I would brought you somewhere else.
Wow. I can even hear Victor saying something about that sweet bird.
The wind, you know. He's got those ears.
Are they bigger because it's the full moon? Like, I don't know how that works.
We should ask him.
We should. Like, what
text
do they
Victor.
do?
How big are your ears?
I like to point out Victor's over here being an ambassador and talking about how you guys aren't all bad to his people, and then meanwhile you guys are like, I wonder if his ears are like.
So we're trolls, but we're trolls to people we love, and we just figure Victor is part of the family now. We don't know he's saying sweet nothings about us.
You guys don't know. So
He's advocating for y'all. It's not sweet nothings.
Sweet somethings.
Did you really send the text message though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You get all sorts of messages like, does the full moon make things like bigger, like your ears or your paws or anything, or is it like the same kind of?
Wait. Glad we clarified.
Please tell me what's just. Are your ears bigger during the full moon and not the rest of what Lindsay said over there? Okay.
Victor gets to his car, and like that's when your service kicks back in, your cell service. You just get all of these messages.
Oh no.
He turns around and goes, never mind, they're fuckers.
Just to say a couple of seconds. Doesn't take long before you just get an answer of a what?
You know, he's really busy, like, hanging out with his people, doing whatever that tango dance, whatever he was talking about was.
Oh,
Lion
the
dancing?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So maybe we shouldn't bug him.
Oh, you're right.
Another message arrives to Basil's number saying, No, that doesn't happen. Why are you asking this?
Oh, sad face. Never mind.
Oh.
What big ears you have, Victor!
Oh my god.
Listen, the first half of the show was too serious for us. We were like,
And now it's the Chuckle Fuck Hour.
Just Lindsay and Basil on a date.
Lindsay and Basil, give me wits and awareness.
Oh, fuck.
Thanks.
You be on your toes!
7, Missy crit.
Here it is! There it is!
There it goes.
Every time! Every single game.
Ooh, baby. Okay.
Oh my. Wink.
8.
Damn. Did you have a messy crit?
No, I have one with the stars and one with the fangs. That's not a messy crit.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
cool. Messy crit.
Lean this far down.
Can't see him because of the sunglasses.
Oh man. So the two of you are fucking around on your phones, giggling as you're texting Victor, making your way over to the second course. And Lindsay, you drop your ball. It's just you're texting and you've got the club on one hand and then the ball on the other in the same hand, and like it just kind of slips.
You mean I'm not doing the clutch girl, everything is in one hand and nothing is falling thing?
You're trying.
Aw, damn.
What?
It's because I have baby hands, isn't it?
It falls and kind of plops, rolls away, and as it does so, both of you hear a rustle and movement. And I feel like both of you swing your clubs out like fucking swords.
Mm-hmm.
And nearly hit the considerably smaller than Garu-sized wolf that has run over and grabbed your ball. And it's now like,
drop it.
And the tail is wagging.
Diana!
Wagging faster.
Diana, drop it!
I'm gonna chase her like I'm gonna get it.
And she goes running off.
Damn it! Run after her.
I feel like with Basil's a success. So the two of you go running after her. Basil, you're the one who notices that someone else is like also climbing over the fence. Like, Diana, god fucking damn it. Getting stuck at the top of it.
Is it rain?
It's Kasai, actually.
Oh no.
Oh man.
You see the big floppy hat.
So much for date night.
Well, look, I keep running after Diana. Like, I'm just happy that you're smiling. It's been a while. Come on.
Lindsay stops.
Oh. Diana has looped around a couple of times, and she also stops.
Things have been stressful, and I appreciate you doing this.
Yeah, I feel like you put a lot more on your shoulders than you gotta. So it's just.
God, well, I mean, yeah, well.
Tail wag. Falls. Diana walks over. And drops the ball at your feet.
Oh, how gross is it?
Actually, it's not very gross at all because she's a kindred.
Oh, well, okay. It's not slobbery or anything. She drops it, it's just like covered in blood. Like,
wouldn't that be some shit?
Diana! And I take it over to the ball washer.
Oh, God.
I don't think they have that, so I think you're just dunking it in the pool at that point.
Oh my God, which makes it even worse. What? They have ball washers at regular,
putt-putt? Not
at putt-putt, but at regular golf courses.
Fancy putt-putt.
Listen, you took me to the bougie putt-putt.
No, he didn't. They're not open. Diana, you kind of pick it up when by the time you stand up, Diana has returned to human form. It's like, did I come at a bad time? This seems like a thing. Did I interrupt a thing? I think I interrupted a thing.
I look at Basil.
It's okay. We're
playing putt-putt.
Is this a thing? Yeah. Are you guys a thing?
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
Blush?
Blush of life.
What's it to you?
About that time, Kansai comes walking up behind her, like, straightening herself out. Like, God, what oh!
Hi.
Why the fuck do you keep running off after people and then okay. Hi.
How often does she just run after people? And
More often than she should.
Is it just us or is it everybody?
It's everybody.
I'm just like, look, I saw you over here, so I thought it would be fun. And Kasai's like, but we're trying not to die.
What?
Just in general.
How long have you been back in town? I thought you left.
Like 2 days.
Oh. Oh.
Look, they told me what's going on. That's why I came back. They told me that the Camarilla is basically fucked.
Yeah.
Which is why I felt safe to come back.
Yeah, got to see Alustra just murdered in front of my eyes.
Holy crap.
Yeah. It's not, you might want to keep not being here.
Well, I came back because I wanted to make sure they were okay. And she gestures at Diana.
Oh, yeah. That's fair. Yeah. You guys should leave.
We're probably going to do so. We had a couple of things to wrap up. Kane didn't want to leave just yet because he has things here, but...
Now, is he named after, like, Cain and Abel? Is he Cain? No, he wouldn't be Cain. That would be too old.
No, he is not the all-powerful origin Cain. He is way too much of a cinnamon roll.
We don't know. Cain could have been a cinnamon roll too.
I doubt that. No, you know who Cain's sister is, right? Arabelle? He's not going to admit that they were named after Cain and Abel, but I'm pretty sure with his sister being Arabelle.
Did I know that, Star?
It has not fucking come up yet.
No, I actually didn't know that, but Cain and Abel. Now, were they named that in life or after death?
I think it was in life. I don't know, you'd have to ask him.
I don't know him very well. So I'm asking you.
Much.
Oh, okay. These are, like, real important questions. During the apocalypse.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so how are you guys handling the apocalypse?
Great.
Been a lot of crying. What else is new for me, though?
Mood.
But, I mean, you don't have to worry about the cam here. You just have to worry about the big spider thing that killed most of Elysium.
I've been hearing about that. I'm more concerned about who's allying with her. We've been hearing some things.
What have you been hearing?
Well, Arabelle, yeah, is with her.
Oh, that sentence could have gone two ways. She's with her, or she's dead.
No, she's not dead. I mean, most of us don't like her, but it's Kane's sister, and he still cares about her, even though she's kind of a bitch.
Not surprised that she would take the knee. Bend
Me
the knee.
neither. And we're hearing some not great things about the gangrel.
The gangrel?
Yeah, that's part of the reason I came back. We're not staying long because once Kane gets his business wrapped up with Alabaster Industries, we're heading out because we're pretty sure that Diana's sire is siding with her. And Diana's just like kicking a rock, like, yeah, we don't talk about him.
I met him.
You what?
Yeah. A while. God damn, it's probably not been that long. It was when we found Mockingbird in the woods.
Yeah. I think it was a couple weeks.
The first time, yeah, and we had the first fight with the coterie. Wow, first fight. Well, first fight that Lindsay told Lucian basically to fuck off, though. Anyway, yeah, a few weeks ago before all this happened.
Well, I haven't seen him in a long time, but there's a reason for that. I'm trying not to see him, so if he's kind of getting with the power here, we can't. We're trying to leave.
Yeah. You should. Also, I never mind.
Kasai's just like,
you should just get out of town as soon as possible.
Yeah.
What's she saying?
Never mind. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Have you two met this new lady?
Yes. Well, I have. I don't. Basil?
I wasn't there. I didn't get the invite.
What is she like? Like, people were talking like there was a lot of kindred that died.
A lot of kindred did die.
Not Cam.
A lot of people just in general.
I mean, Cam. Who else died?
Oh, I don't know. How about the Garu that had run in with her fucking creature?
I mean, yeah, but they didn't have to be there. And we came here to mini golf. We should just.
I feel like Victor has been talking like mad good things about us, and you're over here shitting on them.
Only with that, it's basically saying that a sports car. Just...
There's some things that she has said that is concerning, but she's been having meetings with people or groups slowly but surely. We've already had our meeting, or 3 of us did. I look at Basil.
I had some other things to take care of, so that's everything that the coterie. I agree. We had a personal meeting. I agree with our group. 100%.
Is Basil lying? Is he's feeling a little sus?
Do you want to roll an insight?
I do.
Why?
feel because the way you're like flippantly saying shit.
Roll wits and insight.
So I'm trying to get up the messenger to Lance to see if he'll get me more Pepsi.
Wits and insight. Okay.
Do I need to roll anything? Or just...
Let's see what Lindsay rolls.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Regular crit, not messy.
Oh, Basil?
Yeah.
Charisma, and I will let you choose from the skills what you want to use here.
Okay. Seven? What was it you got, Lindsay?
7. In a wine glass, no less.
My Pepsi.
Yeah, Pepsi. That's what we're calling it nowadays.
Beautiful.
No, it's just Pepsi. Excellent.
I also like Pepsi a lot.
What does that mean?
I like Pepsi in a glass of wine for sure. It's Pepsi.
Anyway, 7 on 7. Must be heaven.
Well, Lindsay was the one who initiated the roll. Ty goes to the active kindred.
Is Basil lying?
He seems a little too flippant.
I look at him sadly.
Why? Why with the face?
You know why.
You notice that Kasai is looking at you too, but she's not looking at you like she's like, I think you're sus. She's got almost like an unfocused look for just a moment. She kind of looks you up and down.
I kind of scooch back in a way. What?
There's something weird. Something strange.
What?
You haven't committed diablerie.
No. God, no.
No, I'm saying you haven't. It's not the aura that I'm getting, but I'm getting something.
Just staring at Basil like, what the fuck is she seeing?
Yeah, it's not really my business.
Basil, what did you do?
I was trying to take you out for a nice night of miniature golfing.
Hey, Diana, I think we should let them get back to their date. Yeah? Okay. There's also a dog drinking in the background once again.
Diana,
every fucking time.
It's died.
Don't drink that water, it's gross!
Yeah, Diana, no!
Diana, no!
You don't need to drink water. It's gonna make you puke.
Oh.
She's just over there splashing in it. You know what? I'm just gonna take the gangrel. It was good to see you guys.
Yeah, you should just.
Hopefully, we don't see you again.
Hopefully.
Yep.
She just like pulls Diane and like, okay, you guys be safe, and you're helping me get over that fucking fence. And they leave.
All right, hole 4. Come on, Lindsay. Come on, let's go.
Basil. What are you not telling me?
Can we just play? Please.
Yeah, sure.
And they continue their game.
And less jovial than they were before.
You guys want to do one more dex roll to see who wins?
Sure.
Yes.
See, I get dex.
It would be great if
Stealth.
it's a bestial failure or critical.
Lindsay ends up beating Basil over the head with the putter. Tell me your secrets.
Yeah, you little shit.
And have a nice night. God. Nothing. I'm not even gonna roll. I'm just nothing. Whatever. His head's not in the game anymore.
Like 0 anything.
0 out of 6.
Wow.
Oh.
Also 0.
Oh no.
Okay, but it's not. Is it a bestial failure?
No, it's just a 0.
0.
Oh god.
Roll again? Do we do a roll off?
No, we just leave really sad.
You both end up accidentally hitting your balls into a fountain.
Kind of hoping we could keep those.
Yeah.
Well, is there anywhere else you want to go? So we can go get more balls.
It's up to you, Basil. You're the one who decided to go on a date, man. What do you want to do?
Look, I just wanted to get us out of the shop for once. Like, we're not running for our lives or, trying to do shit for the cam. We're just having a good time. Can we not just have a good time?
We're having a good time. She walks over to get another ball.
Another ball.
Okay. Gonna roll one more time?
Oh god, okay.
Four.
6, messy crit.
Oh no. I think it comes down to the last hole. And Lindsay hits the ball just a little too hard. It knocks Basil's ball out of the course. and her ball goes into the big open hole that leads into the ball return. Yeah.
You cheated.
I don't cheat.
You cheated somehow.
No.
You want to head back?
Not really.
Okay. You want to go walk along the beach?
I take his hand and start walking out of the mini golf course and start heading to Pop's bar.
Go along.
Yeah. I'll unlock the bar, go in, lock it back, and then we will take a ladder up to the roof.
Oh, okay.
Where there are, like, Adirondack chairs up there. They're super worn and sun worn and whatnot. They're not in the best shape, and she sits down and just stares at the stars. Well, what little stars there are.
Yeah, I like to think that there's some leftover beer bottles.
Yeah.
There's a beautiful full moon out.
Just stare at the sky for a bit. Do you think we got caught on camera? Breaking into Putt-Putt?
Maybe. What are they gonna do about it?
They're definitely gonna see Diane turn back into a person.
She knows better, right?
Does she?
Oh, maybe we should. Do we have either of their numbers? Should we text?
Yes,
I do have their numbers. I text Diana.
What do you send her?
Did you notice any cameras at Putt-Putt?
Were there cameras at Putt-Putt?
I just go, I don't know.
I'm assuming not. What are they gonna do? Like, ask us for our $12.50 back?
I mean, they're gonna know who I am.
You get a text back that says, "It's fine. It's not like the prince is going to punish us."
Oh no! I just go woof.
She goes, "No, wait, that's me."
It was a little funny.
A little funny.
Are you really gonna fight with Tish?
I don't trust her.
Who, Tish? Yeah, I mean...
It's more of a devil you know situation, Basil.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't like some of the things that Gigi implied.
I know you guys got to talk to her. What do you think that she implied, really?
Kind of sound like the enslavement of humans or mortals. What the fuck do we call them again? People that don't go on other people.
Kind. Humans. Mortals.
On Martians?
I mean, some humans do go on other people.
Okay, if they're into that sort of thing, that's true. The ones that would get... you know what I mean.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And that's why I told Pop to leave. That's That's why I'm trying to get my parents to leave.
How's that going?
Bad. Dad is super stubborn.
Well, how old are they? I mean, once they reach a certain age, there's really no convincing them.
Oh, okay, because that is not what I thought you were about to say to me.
What did you think I was gonna say to you?
Once they're at a certain age, they're like peak eating material, and I'm like, and there's just no stopping anybody.
Age like fine wine.
I'm sure Mom has work in California she'll probably have to go do soon. Dad's music business is here, though.
Your dad isn't actually Pops, right? Like,
no. What? No, Pops left.
Yeah, I know, but I just making sure, like, you know.
I know what, Basil?
What do you call him, Pops?
Oh, everybody
call your actual folks.
I'm trying to decide if they would like you or not.
Even at my family, oh, they love me. I'm a delight.
Well, like, here's the thing. They didn't like Nicholas, but Nicholas was an asshole, like... But... I don't know. They keep inviting me to dinner, but how do you tell them that you don't eat?
I mean, you can sit there and schmooze.
Well, yeah, but, like, it's just awkward, because then you're just kind of pushing things around on a plate, and it smells awful.
I know. Sometimes...
And then you have to pretend to breathe.
They give me the gift cards, and then...
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. You gotta be like, yeah, I'm so excited to go eat here. You're like, yeah.
And somehow you have to, like, pretend like you ate it, but if you do eat it, you'll vomit blood later, and that just gets all over your clothes, and it's a problem.
I know, right?
So I don't know if you'll meet Mom and Dad, is what I'm getting at, I guess. But that's not what we were talking about.
Were we talking about something?
I understand why you don't want to side with Tish.
Why's that?
I mean, if Nicholas was... Sire relationships aren't always the best, I guess. It seems like everybody I've met who knows their sire's like, yeah, fuck that asshole. And I'm like over here like, no one has a healthy relationship with their vampire daddy.
Or mommy. Well, Lindsay, that's what I'm saying, is if Tish is gonna pull you into something, and every time she pulled me into shit, it got fucked, okay? Like, what if you don't have to side with either one? What if we just didn't?
Because I think eventually we'll have to side with one or the other. Or
And
we'll
we can
get...
decide on that when it comes. That's a future coterie problem, Lindsay.
You don't want me to do this.
I want you to get your voice fixed, but it's... Tish is going to stick you right in the middle of it, and she's going to be the one that walks away, and you're going to be the one getting hurt. That's how it always happens, Lindsay. And you don't have to listen to me, but I'm not gonna say I told you so.
I bet you do.
It's gonna be real hard, but I'm gonna try not to.
What if it's more to keep an eye on Gigi?
There's other kindred who can do that.
Okay.
It doesn't always have to be us.
No. I am fucking well aware. The problem is to get this fixed, I'm gonna have to do something for Gigi. Or I don't get it fixed. And what? We run off into the moonlight?
Yeah, let's not run off into the sunset. That would cause some problems.
A little burning never hurt anybody.
I will go with you. I told you I'll... If you think it's not going to endanger your mission, I will go with you to see if she will fix your voice. But it just depending on what she asks. Maybe she won't ask anything at all. Maybe
I give him a look.
You on her side.
I give him a look. The look of everybody knows that vampires work in favors. Basil, you know how you are older than I am, so you know how the kindred work. They do it in... She's not just gonna fix us and be like, okay, that's it, you're fine, goodbye. This isn't gonna end in a... And they lived happily ever after, murdering people to survive kind of thing.
If she does ask something of you that's too much, are you going to say no, or are you still going to take it? I'm just...
No.
All the options.
I know, no.
We're sitting here, my ass is going to fall through this rickety-ass chair.
You're fine. God. You are. If it's too much, then I say no. And I stick with the scratchy voice that I've had for 4 years. And that's okay. I'm used to it. Other people are used to it, except for fucking Gigi.
I know it's not... I mean, it hurts you, right? Like, it's not your favorite thing, and...
Oh, it's very unpleasant, you know, because I'm also who my sire is and everything, and I like pretty things, and you know it's not pretty? My own voice.
I think it's nice. Look, I get it.
I constantly get compared to a 30-year smoker. I've just been chain smoking since 12.
If you'll let me come with you, I want to be there.
I'll let you come with me.
I want you going in alone.
No, I don't... Basil, I don't plan on going alone. I just didn't want to put you in danger, but if you want to be there, I would want you there with me.
He's gonna reach over and take her hand. 1000%. I want to be by your side, and I want you to be by my side. And I want us to be on the same page. Even if it's not right now. I don't know.
I can tell you one thing that we are on the same page about.
What?
Prada's a little bitch, and then I kiss him.
Kiss her back.
With that sentiment.
Hey.
Hey.
That's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been a while.
Wow.
Remember that you can help or hinder our kindred by donating to Extra Life. You can join us over on the Discord for all the all the theories and shit. Memes. Check out past episodes on our YouTube. That's just the Nerd Asylum on YouTube. You can find our logo. There's actually 2 different Nerd Asylums, but our logo is different than the other person's.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Huh. Yes. They haven't posted in a while. Second, is your show this week? No. Cornerstone is this week.
Yeah, Cornerstone is tomorrow.
Yes.
And Homework will be next
Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yeah. A week from this Thursday will be Homeward. Follow us on all social medias. That's the Nerd Asylum on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and yeah, I said TikTok already. Jesus. Yeah, and everybody have a good night, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Join the Discord. Talk theories.
Yes.
Those weeks.
Bye. I'm the one that ends this. Hold up.
Bye.
Fuck. God damn it, no.